Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, the honorable ladies and gentlemen. First of all, in this insightful session of the Second International Conference on Maritime Development 2023, allow me to say thank you for opportunity that has given to us to present the paper. In this very good occasion, I'd like to present about our research paper entitled Waste Management Strategy on Indonesian Flag for Non-Conventional Ships. My name is Ivan Claudio Randalinggi and I am from Polytechnic Ilmu Pelayaran Makassar. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to move on my presentation. Okay, first of all, let's jump into our introduction first. The point number one is marine waste management is a priority for the government of the Republic of Indonesia with the aim of reducing waste in Indonesia oceans by up to 70%. And the second point is the biggest danger of waste is plastic, which can float for years. As we know, plastic waste is a common garbage that or they dirty our land, moreover our ocean, and it can sometimes mistake and sometimes fish and mammals can mistake that plastic for food, and it can get into plastic ropes, nets, bags, and other items. To prevent or to reduce marine pollution that caused by ships require knowledge, skills, and responsibility of all ships crews in this field, including the role of ship owners or operators and port managers. The International Maritime Organization, or IMO, has provided a legal umbrella through the International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships 73-78 Annex 5 regarding regulation for preventing pollution by waste from ships, which it has been ratified by more than 150 IMO members countries, including Indonesia. Next, we jump into our next slide. The type of research used by this case was research method. The case was found on an Indonesian flagged non-conventional ship entering the port of Makassar, where samples were taken from 7 ships with several different ship types, where the ship was an Indonesian flag non-conventional ship that only sailed in Indonesian waters. And let's take a look at our data here. We have 7 ships. We have 7 kind of ships, and this data were taken on the 7 ships as the result of physical inspection of the ship by officers from the main harbor master of Makassar. We can see the type of the ship, such as passenger ship, general cargo, tugboat, general cargo, landing craft, tugboat, and landing craft gun. And we can see for every type of ship here, the gross tonnage of oil is also different. From KM Sabuk Nusantara is 563 tons. From Anugerah Buana is 2,302 tons. From Robbie 84 is 182 tons. STB 38 is 2,645 tons. And Agung Samudras 939 tons, Mitra Sindo 29 is 120 tons, and Peta Tungke 03 is 212 tons. Okay, jump into our next slide. And the focus data on the researchers, we can see there are 6 terminals at the port of Makassar, and by this 6 terminals, the data were taken here by the researchers, such as the trash bin according to the type of waste. The second is the garbage record book. The third is proof of receipt of waste at the port facility. The fourth is food waste shredding equipment. And the fifth is company policy in waste management planning in the ships. The sixth is knowledge or understanding of the ship crew and passengers regarding waste in the ship. The number 7 is used of incinerators, and number 8, waste reception facilities at port or terminal. Jump into our next slide is the result and discussion. Based on data, there was still a lot of waste thrown in the sea from non-conventional ships that did not follow the waste management procedures stipulated in the International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships 73 or 78 Annex 5. And the result here for number 1 is handling procedures. There are 4 discussions that mentioned by this result here. The first one is collection, which is waste containers from each category might be labeled, marked, and colored differently. The shape, size, position must be installed in sufficient place. Second is processing. According to the International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from the Ships, waste processing depends on factors such as type of ship, area operation, number of crew members, and ship must be equipped with incinerators, compactors, crushers, and other waste processing equipment in the ship. And the third is shelter. Waste that cannot be disposed by the ship and it must be carried the ship, and each type of waste must be separated and placed in its place before being disposed of at the port. But this depends on the shipping distance, the availability of storage facilities. And the last one is disposal. Disposal of marine waste must follow the rules in Annex 5, the International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships 73 or 78. Jump into the next result is taking notes. And the discussion is according to the International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships 733 or 78. All ships with a gross tonnage of 400 or more, and every ship certified to carry 15 people or more, making shipping to the port must provide a garbage report book and take a note all dumping and burning operations, and authenticate with the date, the date of burning or disposal by responsible officer. If burned or thrown away, write down the date, time, and location of the ship, as well as the type of waste and the estimated amount of waste to be thrown away or burned. From the existing data, non-convention ships' crew were generally negligent in taking notes, waste management of the ship, so this is often a finding of inspectors by harbor ministry officers. And we can see here the following are the result of inspection by harbor ministry officers regarding the complaints of the non-convention of ships as follows. We can share the data that already provided in the presentation. And on the right side is the following is port or terminal data at the port of Makassar regarding the provision of waste reception facilities from ships. And also we can see the data that provided by the presentation here. And next to our last slide, the conclusion. We can conclude that based on the description above, the researchers conclude that non-conventional ships, which are regulation and Minister of Transportation Regulation number KM65 of 2009 concerning standards for non-conventional ships with the Indonesian flag have not fully implemented the prevention of pollution, especially waste, as regulated in Annex 5, the International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships 73 or 78. The crew's understanding is still lack and managing waste in the ships, and the other hand, the support of ship owners or operator is also lacking in equipping their ships with waste handling equipment or tools. The red lines of port or terminal for inadequate waste reception facilities is also obstacle in receiving waste from the ships. Thank you, and that's all for our presentation today. If any of the ladies and gentlemen have a question to ask, please raise your hand. Thank you.
Okay.